can build a better team. Call 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more information.
Capital. This is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way, from birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs, including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN Television News for Wednesday, the 17th of March, 2021. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. In the headlines, low turnout for COVID vaccine has health officials contemplating mandatory move for health practitioners. Former educator Mrs. Glenda Mason Francis says the revolutionary government would be disappointed with the current treatment of teachers in Grenada. One woman's loss from multiple babies led to her creation of a business venture to console other mothers who suffer losses. Rachel Roberts says she's disappointed but not sorry following her defeat for the PW presidency, while incoming President Brian Grimes takes the spotlight for GBN's analysis. Beverly Telesford also joins us tonight.
Coming up in Around the Globe, St. Vincent to impose a new rule order to encourage more citizens to take the COVID-19 vaccine, while St. Lucia prepares for the vaccine passport. In sports, a 23-man squad selected as the Spice Boys begin their campaign in the first round of the World Cup qualifiers. And head coach impressed by the passion and energy Grenadian footballers have brought to training.
Details right after this message.
This is GBN, the nation's news leader. This segment is brought to you by Quartz Grenada Limited.
We are all essential in the fight against COVID-19.
At Quartz, we're doing our part, and we encourage you to stay at home, stay safe, and shop online at www.shopquartz.com.
For added convenience, our Quartz online customers will receive free delivery and get up to 20% off televisions, appliances, and homewares. Plus, if you shop with Ready Finance, you will pay nothing down for 60 days. Now, you can stay home, shop online, and save.
Remember, do the essential. Wear a mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing, stop the spread.
Good Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Now, with over 8,000 people vaccinated in Grenada so far, the Ministry of Health continues to call on frontline workers to get immunized, as it is vital in their line of work. But if health practitioners continue to refuse the AstraZeneca vaccine, government says they may have to look at making vaccinations mandatory. Rena Pear has this report.
Will government make it mandatory for frontline workers to take the AstraZeneca jab? That was one of the questions posed to Minister for Health Nicholas Steele by the media this morning, after he emphasized the importance of all frontline workers getting vaccinated. The minister says that while everyone has freedom of choice, it should not be at the expense of the health of others.
We would like to see it mandatory, but we also need to respect the freedoms of individuals. However, there comes a time where certain measures have to be taken to protect the majority of citizens in Grenada, and that if individuals in their exercising of their freedoms put the rest of us at risk, then the question needs to be asked as to do they have a right to put the rest of us at risk.
Grenada recorded a total of 8,446 people vaccinated so far, with 2 active imported cases on the island, both of whom are in quarantine. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Francis Martin, says so far there has been no record of serious side effects from anyone who received the AstraZeneca vaccine.
So far, the results that we have sent to CARFA indicate that we do not have the new variant in Grenada at this point. We're continuing to send, and we'll update you as soon as we are able to do so. I want to further add to the mechanism that Minister alluded to. Prior to COVID vaccines being on the scene, we have a mechanism here called the SAVI mechanism, which is established to deal with and record adverse effects from vaccines. It is the same mechanism that we're using, so I encourage anyone who thinks that they have any issues related to the vaccine, you can report it, and there is an existing mechanism for dealing with symptoms associated with vaccine immunization.
Meanwhile, GBN was informed that one young man with an underlying medical condition died one day after taking the vaccine. The family of the deceased, when contacted, was too emotionally distraught to talk and asked that they be allowed some privacy, since they are still shocked with what transpired. Health Minister Nicholas Steele was asked about this report during Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing.
But, let me ask you a question on that first thing. You said a young man died. From what? And I think if you are able to answer that, you may find the answer to your question. So there is no death associated with vaccination, not just here in Grenada, in the entire Caribbean, and with the use of AstraZeneca. There is no death associated with that vaccine.
He further explained what may be possible with people with underlying medical issues.
The vaccine does not give you immortality. It gives you immunity to COVID-19. So that doesn't mean that after receiving a vaccine and both doses of the vaccine, that someone doesn't die from something else. But it is not, definitely not, from or as a result of taking the vaccine.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
Still on the topic, back in April last year, a COVID-19 response support fund was established by government at the request of some people and organizations that expressed the desire to assist with financial contributions. The COVID-19 Relief Fund is still in place to assist with COVID-19 relief efforts for purchasing health and safety supplies such as test kits and PPE, that is personal protective equipment. During this morning's post-cabinet briefing, Health Minister Nicholas Steele gave an update on the fund.
There is a donation account where people can directly, privately and personally make deposits to that donation account for COVID-19. There have been donor countries and other entities that have given The World Bank is one. St. George's University constantly and consistently has been assisting and giving. CDB, our central bank, etc. So there have been donations and assistance coming from various areas. I can say, though, that while it has been significant and it has really made a positive difference, there's still a lot more that needs to be done.
Minister Steele said the donations received so far have been used for their intended purposes.
And the fund, the donation fund has been used. Yes, the fund has been used, for instance, with the purchase of PPEs, as well as to help with promotion, public service announcements, etc., for COVID-19 in general.
The relief fund is at the Grenada Cooperative Bank and the account number is 413-000-849. Contributions are accepted from Grenadians and friends of Grenada, both in Grenada and in the diaspora. It is the largest known poultry farm of its kind in Grenada with its own processing facility. And within the next few weeks, Excellent Farms Limited is carded to begin operations. GBN first visited the facility in January 2020 when only the skeletal structure had been constructed. Over a year later, the farm is almost complete. Gerard Joseph has the latest developments.
We are here at Excellent Farms, and in the next 21 days, the facility is scheduled to begin its operations. The two large tunnel ventilation houses are now fully furnished and are expected to be fully automated when the first trial of 15,000 birds arrive in April. GBN got the first-hand opportunity to tour this facility, which has the capacity to produce 50,000 birds. Yes, 50,000 birds. Founder and Managing Director Philip Telesford had a sit-down with GBN, and he impresses they are set and ready to go. The tunnel ventilation houses would have their temperature regulated via a control room, introducing a state-of-the-art facility to poultry farming in Grenada.
We have structured our business in such a way that we can embrace all of the farmers, or most of the farmers on island. And as we speak, we are part of an Agricom project that embraces 15 farmers who have signed up with us right now as we speak. They are in the process of upgrading their farms, bringing it to a certain level.
Telesford says consultants would be brought in to train employees and other local farmers.
But of course, we are going through a period of testing and trials now to ensure that the system can actually take the volume of birds, that there will be no breakage in the system so that it can run a 24-hour cycle without any sort of breakage. So we are set and ready to go as far as that is concerned.
The processing facility, he highlights, which can process 4,000 birds per hour on average, is yet to be fully operational.
After we would have processed, then we do the cleaning and the cutting and the packaging. So we have 3 large cold rooms that is en route to Grenada. It's not here yet. So that one is a little behind, but it's all en route to Grenada. So that's a little behind, but you would appreciate that the birds take a period of time to grow. So by the time they are mature, I'm sure we will be set and ready for all of that.
Telesford says Excellent Farms Limited would cater to providing 60 jobs for Grenadians while providing a combination of whole, fresh parts and frozen chicken. Reporting from the Leightage Estate in Montrose, St. Patrick, I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Excellent indeed. Moving on, the National Democratic Congress has expanded their environmental efforts to the Sauters Breakwater project, marked by an organized protest last Sunday. According to the organization's public relations officer, Claudette Joseph, Parliamentary Representative Anthony Boson has left his constituents to suffer. More in this report.
Public Relations Officer for the National Democratic Congress, Claudette Joseph, while addressing the NDC's protest held last Sunday in Sauters, accused the parliamentary representative for St. Patrick West of being uncaring and dismissive in his handling of the concerns of his constituents affected by the Breakwater project.
Mr. Boson's demeanor was one of condescension and contempt, accompanied by a little sarcastic chuckle when he speaks of the people who are expressing concern over the environmental degradation happening in his very constituency. His constituents are suffering.
She spoke about the impact the project has had on the environment and residents of the area.
I've been watching that. They pointed way out in the sea for me, and it was amazing to say there were 5 houses here. And the lady had an 8-foot veranda followed by a 20-foot house and a front yard and a pit latrine in the back and a backyard, and then the beach where we used to play football without being in the yard. And Mr. Boson is there sarcastically chuckling as though everybody who speaks of this issue are talking stupidness.
Quoting the minister's words in last week's parliamentary sitting, Joseph commented on the failure to conduct an environmental impact assessment before the commencement of the project.
I want to say, and I'm quoting him now, there are times when you can't wait on the luxury of studies. Something had to be done. He was there again last week in the parliament admitting that government undertook this breakwater project without an environmental impact assessment. Mr. Boson, it's not a luxury to do these studies. It's not a luxury, it's a requirement.
Joseph accused the government of playing the role of armchair environmentalists. As she said, they failed to seek expert advice.
He calls everybody who is commenting now armchair environmentalists. Weren't you all armchair environmentalists when you took on your own, ignored whatever experts, didn't even seek expert advice, and did the breakwater project without the EIA? Weren't you playing armchair environmentalists when you did that?
Joseph was speaking on GBN's To The Point program on Tuesday. Trelana Charles, GBN News.
One woman's breaking point inspired her to create a way to bring a little joy to the lives of mothers who suffered the loss of their babies. If you have experienced this painful loss in your life, this story may inspire you to extend a helping hand to someone dealing with such a traumatic experience. Chrislyn John has this story.
Colleen Gulston is an administrative corporal at the St. George's University. She tells how her loss of multiple babies and the grief she bore inspired her to do something she believes will bring a little cheer into the lives of mothers in a similar position. Gulston named her business venture Angel's Treats, making a difference one cookie at a time, which she used to raise funds through baking and sale of cookies towards this cause. She tells her story to GBN about the one thing she held onto that has helped her in getting through her situation.
My experience after going through the period of carrying your baby, it's very hard to go home with nothing. And I remember from my experience when I was home constantly crying, and my boyfriend came and brought one lovely teddy bear for me, and it just brightened the day. And so that's why I decided to getting a teddy bear, because it was a matter of getting something that would be meaningful to the person and as well as fill the gap in their heart. And with me, the teddy bear did the job.
Gulston was able to raise enough funds to order 50 teddy bears, 45 of which she donated to the maternity ward at the General Hospital, and the other 5 to mothers she knew. She does not want this to be a one-off, however, it's temporarily on hold. This, she says, with the help of a counselor, helped her to distract her mind from her grief.
Before I generated the funds, I baked cookies all by myself on a Sunday. And normally I would bake from 800 to 1,000 cookies. So it took me whole day mixing, decorating, baking, packing, sealing, labeling, and all of that. So it was... Right now, it's kind of difficult to do it because of my classes. But when I'm finished and I still have the time, I can do it another time.
Chrislyn Gulston says is a vital element in one's recovery. She encourages grieving mothers to find someone they feel comfortable with to vent to.
At a point in time, I started to get aggressive. And I knew it was because of that, because families don't, immediate family, immediate friends, people closest to you, they don't even understand what you're going through. And even if you try to explain it to them, they still don't understand. It's simple, it's like, you just lost a baby, you're going to have another more. Yes, we know that, but each child is important in its own way, especially in their own way. So I always recommend counseling.
Dr. Carol McIntosh, Director of Hospital Services, says this one hit home for her. She did not realize how moving this is until Gulston came. Dr. McIntosh says it's not quite often that something of that nature is talked about, and so expressed her appreciation to Ms. Gulston for her bold step in helping other mothers.
This is not necessarily something that's a sense of saying goodbye, but this is a sense of saying, we care. Someone else understands, and it is okay to grieve. How something touches you, it may seem little, may not seem like it's a whole lot, but it's a lot. And this one, I think, for us, especially with COVID, when we lost so many of our family to something that we were not expecting.
The teddy bears are all individually packaged with a little note inside with words that convey the message that someone cares. Ms. Gulston is optimistic that by telling her story, someone will find hope and something to hold on to. Chrislyn John, GBN News.
Great initiative. It's so good to have these conversations, and sometimes we forget about the fathers as well. This is News at 7. Coming up, we take a look back on March 13th, 1979, and we delve into the PWU election results with the past and future leaders. Stay with us.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Your hard work, talent, and creativity, plus Flow, equals more ways to chase your dreams. Flow is connecting all of Grenada, from Point Salines to Hillsborough, with the most reliable connection on the island. So now everyone can work, study, and keep moving forward together. Visit discoverflow.co for more information.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
Round of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Grenada versus the U.S. Virgin Islands at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Your Spice Boys are back in action. Tuesday, 30th March. Game time, 7 p.m. sharp. With no fans in the stand. No fans?
Well, we're making our own party.
We're broadcasting live on Flow Grenada, channels 1000 and 1001.
And I'll be streaming that on my big screen TV, cooking up Pato Island.
Call Flow today to add your channel for only $20.
Well, it's mass with me and my family.
That's right. Support your 3-time Gold Cup qualifier, Team Grenada. For more info, call or WhatsApp 473-535-2090 or 440-9903. Sponsored by Glenelg Spring Water, Flow, and the Grenada Cooperative Bank.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared.
This is a riser. Your financial freedom. Your future.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Those in power must know when it's time to go. This, according to former educator and principal Mrs. Glenda Mason Francis, as Monday's Beyond the Headlines delved into the legacies of Grenada's 1979 revolution. Trelana Charles has the details.
Grenada's revolution is a significant moment in the country's history, one that is often reflected on at certain times of the year. As the 13th of March marks the anniversary of the revolution's commencement, GBN's Beyond the Headlines program delved into the legacies of Grenada's revolution. Looking back on the 1978 revolution while addressing current realities and threats in modern-day Grenada, former educator Mrs. Glenda Mason Francis had a word of advice for people currently in leadership positions.
I would like to give them a word of advice. People in certain positions must know when it's time to pass the baton and to move out. Because we have seen it happen, and if we're not very careful, it's going to happen again. And that is all I would say for now.
Commenting on the progress of education since the revolution, Mrs. Mason Francis said the revolutionary government would be disappointed with the current treatment of teachers in Grenada.
Something I think the revolutionary government would not be very happy about how teachers are being treated now. And very often you hear them talking about the hard work of the teachers and so on and so forth. And yet when it comes to award them and reward them, you have parents running them down, you have the government running them down, so they're like some nobodies.
She said the roles played by teachers are extremely important to the functioning of Grenada's society, and as a result, they are owed utmost respect.
But we have to bear in mind that teachers play a great part in the life of Grenadians and other places all around the world. And very often they are the parents and the babysitters of children whose parents have fallen where that is concerned. So that we should pay some more respect to them and continue to do the best we can to maintain our teaching profession.
Trelana Charles, GBN News.
Tuesday's election for a new executive of the Public Workers Union saw Brian Grimes winning the majority votes over fellow contenders Rachel Roberts and Arthur Pierre for president. Chrislyn spoke with Ms. Roberts on Wednesday.
Rachel Roberts, 366, Brian Grimes, 401, Arthur Pierre, 272. The results from the three individuals who contested the presidential position in Tuesday's PWU elections. Disappointed, but not sorry. Those are the sentiments of Rachel Roberts following her loss to Brian Grimes. Roberts served 2 terms as president of the Public Workers Union, fighting for the rights of workers. The most recent is the the ongoing plight for public servants, a 4% salary increase.
What I want to say, first of all, is congratulations to the President-elect, Brother Brian Grimes, and to his executive. This loss for me is not really a loss, it is a victory in itself, because God has blessed me. And you know, sometimes you lose and you move on. And I'm about to go to a place of higher heights. And while I am disappointed, because in any loss you would be disappointed, I am disappointed. I'm not sorry, because I know this is what the membership has chosen, and I respect the voice of the members.
Voter participation was rather disappointing, Roberts said, and pointed to the funeral service of Honorable Elvin Nimrod as one of the possible limitations to the election on the Sister Isles. However, she said this was not the only challenge.
Voter turnout appeared to be quite small compared to the membership that we have. I'm not certain whether or not every member in Carriacou was given the fair opportunity to really cast their ballot. And we did have some challenges around the country where a number of officers called into the office saying the polling station was late and they were not able to cast their vote. But be that as it may, an executive has been elected.
The new executive comprises of Brian Grimes, President, Finbar Thomas, First Vice President, Berylan Clark, Second Vice President, Daisy Hazard, PRO, Paula Phillip, Treasurer, Secretary, Carvel Lett, declared winner, unopposed Atasha Gilbert, previously served as youth rep. As Roberts prepares to exit the presidential chair, the struggle for public officers 4% is still very high on the agenda. She wishes the new executive and all its membership all success, promising not to become invisible in any way. She urges the new executive to continue representing members selflessly, while at the same time not compromising the public service. She expresses her gratitude to all those who supported her during her time of service to them. Meanwhile, returning Public Relations Officer Daisy Hazard also offered her gratitude.
I'd like to say thank you to the members for, giving me that overwhelming mandate again. I'd like to assure them that definitely I'm a team player and I fully support the incoming president and the executive members who were chosen for that too. What I consider to be the urgent priorities going forward.
Chrislyn John, GBN News.
And we have PWU's President-elect Brian Grimes on the line. Let's go over to Beverly Telesford for tonight's analysis.
At this point, we welcome and congratulate the President-elect of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, our guest today. Good night, Mr. Grimes.
Hello, good night. Good night. Good night to the viewers. Good night to the listeners. And good night to yourself.
And congratulations again. Mr. Grimes, you are taking on this leadership during a battle with your employer, government. And to add to this, PWU members believe the union has lost its strength and are not pleased with the manner in which the union has been handling their affairs. How do you respond to these concerns?
These are mild concerns. Have no fear. I believe on the strength of our new executive, on the strength of the trade union movement in general, the activities of the GUT, and I believe that there will be renewed morale within the Public Workers Union after this election cycle is over. And we are prepared for battle. We have to do what we have to do, whether we have to battle at the table, battle on the street, whatever instrument that we have available to use, we shall use. So as the newly elected leader or the president-elect, I'm undaunted and I'm confident that we'll be able to solve this 4% matter.
Lovely. And how do you plan to convince the younger working class of the importance of the trade union movement, who believe the union is only self-serving?
Right. That is a beautiful question. My election to the executive is very symbolic. I think it's something for the culture, the Grenadian culture, in that I'm not necessarily a youth based on my age, but I have a youth appeal. So young people seeing me at the helm of an organization such as PW will get, I believe, the impetus to participate and to be attracted to the trade union movement. Apart from that, my colleague, Brother Fimba Thomas, he is even younger than me, and he's the first vice president. Traditionally, a lot of youths are turned off because they just see trade unions as a tool of war. In fact, the trade union and the public workers union is a development tool. So we're going to change that image going forward.
Great answer. Once again, congratulations to you, Mr. Grimes, on winning the PWU presidency, and all the best in your endeavors.
And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trelana Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. While the Caribbean Public Health Agency is encouraging all Caribbean nationals to take the COVID-19 vaccine amidst the emergence of new variants of the virus, one citizen concerned about the dangers of the vaccine called on the government to stop mass vaccination.
I'm saying that government should rethink that and stop the mass vaccination in our country. Stop it. It's wrong. My plea is that government should be open, give people the facts, let them make a decision.
Our online audience shared their opinions on the topic as the government's vaccination campaign is well underway. Daniel asked, "Where is your doctor's office? Can I come in tomorrow for a checkup? You say it's a personal decision. You've obviously made yours. Now let others make theirs." Gloria commented he needs to speak for himself and stop talking others out of protecting themselves. "I already got my 2. Please take the vaccine and don't let foolishness and foolish people put you in harm's way." Paul commented, "But all these people in Grenada already took the vaccine and they are okay. So why the people can't learn from it? Minor symptoms is nothing to worry about." He then added, "Only if Canada stops giving the vaccine, then I will say something. But these people are just going on social media, scrolling, looking for some fake news to come bash the government." Another individual commented, "This gentleman is exercising his constitutional rights as a citizen of this country of ours. That's his opinion, respect it. There's too much sheeple in the flock." It was Frederick Douglass that said, "Knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave." Grenadians' biggest problem is that they don't read, neither do they keep abreast with current affairs. And Nicole suggested, "Perhaps more public education and reassurance is needed, not force and an authoritarian approach." That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN EyeSaw lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN EyeSaw is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. Changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
And the saga continues. In tonight's EyeSaw, we feature yet another incident where a fruit is pictured growing inside of another. We have received quite a lot of submissions with such occurrences, so this one comes as no surprise. Pictured here is a bell pepper, often called a salad pepper, growing on the inside of another. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Still ahead, Ariza Credit Union offers members a chance to own their own. This is News at 7.
Man, a real mad. Sunday, March 28th from 6 p.m. We're kicking off another massive Waggity Virtual Bingo as the March Madness deals continue. And this time, you can win $10,000 US. What? Yes, $10,000
$7 and tickets are only $8.
Hold up, $8?
I tell all you what, you gone mad. In Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide and our main office on Brew Street Mall. If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, March 28th, join the madness and enjoy all the fun and excitement online. Play YT Virtual Bingo, the new way to play bingo.
Sissons truly cares about your paint job. We give you the results you wish for. Sissons understands your needs and responds to it.
Get the finish you want with quality that is unmatched. Nothing compares to Sissons paint.
No matter your need, at home or on that industrial project,
Sissons has the perfect color solution for you.
Sissons paints for good looks that last. Available at all major hardware retailers island-wide.
What are you looking for? Top quality copy paper, linen paper, bond paper maybe, or lunch bags, maybe a gift set, or maybe you're just not sure. Then visit us today, K&R Bookstore. We are so much more than your regular bookstore. Visit us at the corner of Scotch and Young Street, or give us a call, 420-5307 or 321-3500. K&R Bookstore. Convenience, quality, excellent prices.
We understand it can be hard getting from the bus terminal to the Kirani James Athletic Stadium just to get your fresh fruits and veggies. But guess what? Your troubles are over. Enjoy a free bus shuttle from the bus terminal to the temporary market at the Kirani James Stadium
every Friday and Saturday until the end of March.
Let us buy local, eat local, and support our local market vendors.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Your hard work, talent, and creativity, plus Flow, equals more ways to chase your dreams. Flow is connecting all of Grenada, from Point Salines to Hillsborough, with the most reliable connection on the island. So now everyone can work, study, and keep moving forward together. Visit discoverflow.co for more information.
If you're looking to build or purchase a home, a Riser Credit Union might just have the perfect proposal for you. Ridgeway Residences is a gated suburban community developed by the credit union. Beverly Telesford has this report.
Ridgeway Residences, one of the credit union's prized projects, consists of 19 acres of land subdivided into 48 lots located on a residential ridge in Mandaloo, St. George. Through the Ariza Credit Union, anyone seeking to own a home can purchase a finished house or build their home together with Ariza on the property. Lucia Livingston Andel, Chief Executive Officer of the credit union, listed some of the benefits of choosing Ridgeway Residences, an investment she says is ideal for young people looking to own their own.
It is within that context of encouraging ownership that we are relaunching our Ridgeway project within our reduced interest rate environment. It's because it's a one-stop shop. It's a turnkey. We are going to source all of the material and we negotiate with the contractors, etc. And because we are doing that centrally, we have that power to negotiate the best rates, both in terms of the labor and in terms of the material. So that's, again, is a benefit of having it done by one organization who can negotiate the best rates on behalf of the potential homeowners.
The residences comprise of unique, modern, affordable architectural designs. Though the credit union offers complete packages, Dennis Cornwall, Vice President at Ariza, says you can tailor your home to suit you.
Now, our Ridgeway project consists of 19 acres of land on a ridge in Mandaloo, St. George. It offers you sea views, it offers you valley views, it offers you mountain views. This facility would allow you to be able to at least live in an environment that is safe, convenient, modern. It also has the capability of actually you live in an environment where you have a owners association.
The 4 designs to choose from are Blossom, Lily, Zora, and Buttercup. The houses are constructed by local contractors with regionally and internationally sourced materials and fittings. According to the president, the quality of the community is supported by the resident regulations, which encourage regular home maintenance and management of external space. For GBN News, Beverly, Telesford.
Such a great initiative right there. Stay with us. The weather and sports up next.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our 2 convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again. At Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product Detox Combo Pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
And Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sonatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Certainly got you covered. Tonight's minimum temperature 23 degrees Celsius. Weather's expected to be mostly fair at first, becoming partly cloudy after midnight with a medium chance of a few light showers. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. That's a wide range there. Seas moderate with waves up to 7 feet in open water. A small craft advisory is in effect. Tides are high at 6:45 p.m. and low at 11:45 p.m. It's also high again in the morning at 5:30. On Thursday, we're looking at mostly fair with a low chance of some brief daytime and medium chance of nighttime showers during partly cloudy spells. Friday, partly cloudy with a medium chance of some light morning and nighttime showers. And let's see what's up with the last day of the week. Saturday is looking mostly fair with a low chance of a few brief showers by afternoon. That's it for Saturday. That's it for your weather forecast right here on GBN News.
Good evening, sporting fans. 13 local and 10 foreign-based players have been selected to represent Grenada in the first match in the World Cup qualifiers against El Salvador. The team is scheduled to depart this weekend to face off against its first opponents in 4 matches, which makes up the first round. Head coach Michael Finlay says the 13 local players have been training as part of a larger 25-man squad and would now be meshed with foreign-based players from the UK and the USA.
It's probably a good time, obviously, to reference a part of the squad that is missing that you may have noticed. Unfortunately, we are not bringing in Aaron Pierre or Omar Beckles. Those players are unavailable due to injury and also due to personal circumstances surrounding family.
He says the foreign-based players will join the team in El Salvador while highlighting that they have been working with them remotely.
We're hoping that they mold quickly My most important focus at this moment in time with them is we want to make sure they're in the best possible condition, as they will be the ones traveling the furthest. So we'll be working immediately on some regeneration activities for them, so they're in the best possible condition going into the match on the 25th. But yes, very confident that they're going to mold with the group and understand exactly what we're looking for.
During the March international window, the Spice Boys will take on El Salvador on March 25th before returning home to play the U.S. Virgin Islands on March 30th. Meanwhile, Coach Finlay, who was previously the assistant coach for the Canada senior men's team, says he has been impressed by the passion and intensity Grenadian footballers bring to training. After 6 weeks of assessment, the head coach says he welcomes the passion and energy from the players.
The first thing that comes out to me when I look at Grenadian players is the passion and the energy level they bring to the game. I've said in the past what I've experienced in my investigation in general about Grenada is their sporting culture, their interest in sport and the importance sport brings to their country and to a number of different disciplines and other sports, and football is no different. So what I've seen is an energy level, a passion, and a real interest in wanting to be on the front foot and wanting to be a team that is aggressive and wanting to be a team that wants to not just gain respect, but apply themselves. The teams around CONCACAF understand, that they are there to not just to compete, but to be successful.
And that's the sports news. The Probe on the Globe is next. For the Probe on the Globe, St. Vincent Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves wants to increase the passengers' capacity for public transportation once drivers and conductors get vaccinated. The Omnibus Association has been urging the government to increase the capacity from 7 to 14 passengers, and in response, the Prime Minister said a new rule order will encourage the operators to take the vaccine. More in this report.
Speaking on BFM on Sunday, March 14th, 2021, National Heroes Day, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves said that his government would this week pass a law to incentivize omnibus operators to take the jab. As the government moves to motivate omnibus operators to take the COVID-19 vaccine by increasing the passenger capacity for those who take the jab, a number of operators who we spoke with today are not fazed by the offer, noting that they will not be forced into taking the vaccine. The national vaccination drive, members of the public who have already taken the jab shared their reasons for doing so, while others say despite promises of carnival celebrations and the possibility of life returning to some normalcy, they are still not willing to be vaccinated, at least not as yet. Vincentians across all sectors continue to express varying views on being vaccinated. Those who are for the jab have expressed full confidence in their decision, and those against it simply do not trust that the vaccine will not cause them harm at a later date. As vaccination drives continue island-wide, it is now left to be seen what methods the government will employ to increase the rate at which Vincentians are vaccinated. For SVG TV.
Some international countries have started planning on having a digital vaccine passport in order to get the travel industry back online. Is the Caribbean ready? Over in St. Lucia, the Prime Minister said that St. Lucia is preparing itself for the vaccine passport.
A digital vaccine passport. What does this mean for the future of travel? British Airways, which services one of St. Lucia's largest source markets, the UK, has announced the rollout of an app-based travel pass, touted as an easier way for passengers to prove they are safe to travel, having been vaccinated against COVID-19. Now, Prime Minister Alan Chasney says St. Lucia has been readying itself to get on board with the vaccine passport movement.
Government Modernization Unit has already been working with the Ministry of Health for the last 3 weeks on creating an electronic version. So we started off with, as you know, a manual implementation and rollout of the vaccination. I'm hoping that by next week, the electronic version will be done. So we will manually update the database, and it will produce an electronic file for you that you'll access online, but certainly that you can also put into your iPhone or when you're traveling. That would give you an electronic record of your vaccination.
But what of the voluntary rollout of the vaccine? How will this impact persons who are desirous of travel but have opted out of accepting the vaccine?
It was just facilitating for those persons who do want to have it. And many persons who are going to travel are realizing that it is going to be a requirement to be able to travel. Certainly it would be much easier to travel with a vaccine than not traveling without a vaccine. We certainly want to make sure as a government that we're facilitating that process.
With us for a recap of the headlines.
And now a recap of the headlines. Low turnout for COVID vaccine has health officials contemplating mandatory move for health practitioners. Former educator Mrs. Glenda Mason Francis says the revolutionary government would be disappointed with the current treatment of teachers in Grenada. One woman's loss of multiple babies led her to create a business venture that is focused on consoling other mothers who suffer losses. Rachel Roberts says she's disappointed but not sorry following her defeat for the PWU presidency, while incoming President Brian Grimes spoke to us on GBN's analysis. And around the globe, the St. Vincent to impose a new rule order to encourage more citizens to take the COVID vaccine, while St. Lucia prepares for the vaccine passport. In sports, 23-man squad selected as the Spice Boys begin their campaign in the first round of the World Cup qualifiers. And head coach impressed by the passion and energy Grenadian footballers have brought to the training. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television's Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.